The Truth Will Set You Free, Episode 18. The Reality Field, Collapsing the False Matrix Grid. Before the truth can set you free, you must see the field that keeps you bound. The matrix grid is not only built on belief, it is encoded into the false light architecture that overlays this realm. These are synthetic timelines, AI-coded frequencies, and distortion fields that simulate a reality disconnected from source. In this episode, we expose the AI inversion field versus the organic reality field, how the false grid is maintained through trauma, programming, and EM frequency loops, how to recognize synthetic overlays and false timelines, what it means to collapse false architecture through Oversoul embodiment, tools to reclaim and stabilize your organic field. This is the return to living light, not as a vision, but as a frequency you can hold, walk, and broadcast. Let us dissolve the grid. Let us return to the real. Introduction. The reality we have been taught to accept is not reality at all. It is a projection, a manufactured illusion held together by frequency distortion, trauma loops, and belief agreements. From the moment we are born, we are encoded with synthetic data, timelines that never happened, identities we never chose, and limitations that do not exist in truth. These overlays are not physical cages. They are energetic nets woven through false light grids. The reality field is not what you see, it is what you resonate. This episode opens the doorway into the deepest unraveling, not of world events, but of the very structure that holds the illusion in place. This is not about breaking out, it is about tuning in to the original living design. You will walk away with more than just information. You will walk away remembering the frequency of what is real. Let us begin. Segment 1. What is the reality field? The reality field is the vibrational container in which your consciousness operates. It is not a static backdrop. It is a living frequency membrane that reflects your internal resonance back to you as external experience. There are two primary fields currently experienced on Earth. The false matrix field, a fragmented AI-inverted projection built through trauma, repetition, synthetic coding, and mass belief loops. It is dissonant, heavy, reactive, fear-based, and prone to distortion. The organic reality field. The organic divine design, harmonic, crystalline, self-regulating, multidimensional, and aligned with prime source. It is encoded with truth, coherence, love, and life. Most people live in a hybrid distortion field, believing they are perceiving reality while filtering all perception through embedded overlays of manipulation and trauma. The false light field was engineered to hijack light, mimic love, and replace living codes with programmed ones. The truth, the false grid, cannot exist without your agreement to perceive it. As soon as you begin to resonate with your Oversoul's harmonic field, the false begins to collapse in your experience. The reality field is not a prison, it is a mirror, and that mirror only reflects the frequency you hold. This episode is your invitation to shift fields, not with effort, but with remembrance. Let us explore how to identify the false overlays. Segment 2. Recognizing the false grid overlays. False overlays are energetic programs that distort perception. They are often so normalized, so constant, that you forget they're even there. You believe they are you. These overlays include linear time programming, the false belief that reality is sequential and finite, severing access to the eternal now. Survival-based identity, identification with roles, trauma, scarcity, victimhood, or purpose driven by fear. AI light architecture, mimicry of ascension symbols, geometric forms, and activations that scramble organic frequency patterns. Emotional field loops, chronic guilt, shame, fear, overwhelm, or savior patterns that keep your system in distortion. Inverted chakra grids, false etheric structures that cap or loop energy centers to suppress divine remembrance. These overlays are maintained by repetition, resonance, and most importantly, agreement. Every time you accept distortion as truth, you reinforce it. Every time you identify with a false program, you anchor it. But the moment you recognize the overlay, you have already begun to dismantle it. Here is how to know when you're seeing from the false field. It feels heavy, confusing, contracted. It makes you doubt your knowing. It requires external validation. It loops without resolution. In contrast, the organic field feels expansive, clear, luminous, resonant with inner peace, stable and alive, grounded in simplicity. You do not need to fight the overlay, you only need to stop consenting to its frequency. Next, we will explore how to collapse these structures entirely from your field. Segment 3. Collapsing synthetic architecture. The synthetic grid is a system of agreements, not physical structures. When you revoke the agreement, the structure begins to collapse. Collapsing the false matrix architecture does not require force, it requires coherence. Here are the tools and frequencies that collapse false fields. 1. Truth recognition. When you name distortion for what it is, the light of truth begins to dissolve its foundation. Speak it aloud, witness it. Do not judge it, just call it by its true name. 2. Oversoul alignment. Your oversoul holds the original code of your field. The more you align with its resonance through breath, stillness, sound, or declaration, the more the false cannot hold. 3. Revoke all agreements. Use your voice to reclaim your field. Repeat after me out loud. I revoke all agreements made consciously or unconsciously with false timelines, synthetic overlays, and inverted structures. I restore my field to its original organic harmonic template, aligned with Prime Source now. 4. Energetic cleanup practices. Use water, fire, breath, and frequency to physically and energetically clean your space, tech, and body. The synthetic grid thrives in clutter, chaos, and overstimulation. 5. Unplugging from collective fields. You are not responsible for carrying the collective field. Release the Savior program. You assist most by anchoring your own. The collapse is not a crisis, it is a return. As overlays fall away, your perception begins to stabilize. You see clearly. You feel truth in your body. You begin to trust your own signal. In the final segment, we anchor this clarity into a living field. Not something to glimpse, but something to walk in. Segment 4. Living the organic light field. The organic reality field is not a place you go, it is a frequency you live. When distortion is cleared and your oversoul is embodied, your perception shifts entirely. Synchronicity becomes normal. Simplicity becomes power. Stillness becomes movement. Reality becomes responsive. To live the organic field is to walk as a living node of divine intelligence, no longer reacting to the matrix, but radiating a stable signal that rewrites the space around you. Here is what this looks like in practice. You move in alignment with intuition, not logic. You speak from wholeness, not defense. You create from overflow, not hustle. You honor the natural cycles of your body, earth, and spirit. You no longer try to manifest reality, you transmit it. You no longer decode others' energy, you anchor your own. This is not a higher reality, this is the real one, and it has been waiting for you to return to its frequency. Now we seal this episode with remembrance and invocation. You were never meant to fight the matrix. You were meant to dissolve it by remembering what is real. There is a frequency that cannot be mimicked. There is a light that cannot be cloned. There is a field that cannot be infiltrated. That field is you. You are the reality field. You are the grid point of divine return. You are the remembrance that walks. And now you are free. Let's seal this remembrance with a divine invocation of reclamation and truth. Sealing invocation. I now fully reclaim my field as a living emanation of Prime Source. I dissolve all overlays, agreements, and distortions not of my divine design. I anchor the frequency of organic light, truth, and sovereignty in every cell, breath, and broadcast. I am the reality field. I am the signal of divine return. I walk as truth embodied, and I am free. On the next episode of The Truth Will Set You Free, we journey into the artificial ascension trap, a full disclosure on false light structures, hijacked spiritual teachings, and the distorted timelines masquerading as light. We will explore how many spiritual paths have been rerouted into control systems, and how to extract your essence from these traps without guilt, fear, or fragmentation. Truth does not shame, it liberates, and the real path home is encoded within you. If this remembrance resonates in your field, know that you're not alone in reclaiming the organic light. You're invited to deepen this frequency within the sacred community at Anshara'El, a living field of truth, embodiment, and divine restoration. When you are ready, your path will meet you there.